It all started with a simple delivery mission.
Oi there, friend. All I ask is that you hear your fare.
It ended with the fall of 3 kingdoms.
I'll be waiting.
My name is Leliana. I am a bard who finds herself in a strange land far from her own.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
This is Melv, a seaside town having its second worst day this month. It's said that I myself was here for the worst day, but I have no memory of it.
Everyone! Get yourselves to safety!
Battling Darkspawn and abominations of the Fade does not prepare one for the horror and chaos we witnessed in that poor village that afternoon. I once helped the hero of Ferelden destroy the great archdemon Earthenian, but this was like no dragon I had seen in Thedas, or heard of in legend. It was beyond foul, covered in weeping pustules that reeked of ammonia and rot. At first I was surprised by the small number of people defending the town. Then I noticed the burned homes were weeks destroyed, and I realized these were the survivors of an earlier attack. Whether by this creature or another, I could not guess. Fortunately, the mages in this land are every bit as dangerous as those we lock up in towers back home.
These spits of fell substance. Avoid it at all costs. Watch out! You've an opening. Focus your attacks.
I had already lost sight of Isabella in the chaos, and the 2 local mercenaries we had befriended as well.
Look out, Arisen! We're under attack!
I see people dying all around me, and I worry for the safety of my friends. But in the midst of such ferocity and horror, all I feel is the driving rhythm of my right arm, and all I hear is the twang of the bowstring.
Striking the head will prove most effective.
Though several villagers fell, and we failed to slay it, eventually we drove the beast off.
We can ill afford to rush headlong into battle. Let us watch our foe carefully. Somehow I knew you'd come. You have my gratitude as well, sir.
Ulrika, glad I am to see you unharmed. You must return to the village. Everyone is concerned for you.
Forgive me. I'd best go. But I shan't forget this. Thank you. Truly.
After assuring the brave survivors we would return soon, we hurried back to Vernworth to collect our bounty and to tell Brant of the attack. The local wildlife had other plans for us, unfortunately. This is a beautiful country we find ourselves in, but it is filled with giants and horrors, unlike those even of Parvollen or the Anderfells.
Ingenious. My own army must have been. Oh well, colour me surprised.
Come on, have at it. Uh-oh.
Methinks the fiend felt that. Perhaps a few more for good measure.
They also have an unfortunate talent for destroying ox carts. One can find oneself walking home unexpectedly in Vermund, often at night.
There's no great shock to me. There's aught to be found there. Can you not see it?
We ought to take a closer look.
shan't let them harm you.
Well thought, Arisen.
Twould seem I've some catching up to do.
Outstanding.
You'll not live to regret this.
I likely failed to mention something in my tale so far. The locals call me Arisen
Convenient.
and believe I am their rightful ruler. They claim I am marked by the dragon, chosen to be the champion of the people.
Seems a convenient choice
But I have
for
no
Dogma
memory
Age.
of such an event. Neither Isabella nor I have memories of arriving here.
This hustle and bustle puts me right at home. Bleeding amateurs. No respect.
This is Brant, captain of the local city guard. More imposing than Aveline Valen in Kirkwall, but not by much.
I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you.
There is another calling himself Arisen in the palace.
I have attempted
This
to
one
do
has the
same
support
through
of
my
the
own
Queen's
child
regent,
now,
a woman named Disa.
though
Brant
yet
believes him
some
to be an
semblance
impostor.
of a plot.
Brant believes he
Would that I
claims a
could undertake
title
the
meant
task
for me,
myself,
and has
my
enlisted me to
station
help
may be
expose the
smooth for
ruse.
action.
As
What
for
say
me,
you,
I claim no
Majesty?
sovereignty over this land.
Might I ask
But
this
if by
task of
putting
you?
things to rights here, we can find
I
our
shall
way back
ensure
to
that the door
Thedas,
to the Queen Regent's
then we shall
office is
put
open
things to
from
rights
midnight
here.
till dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
Isabella and I have managed to purchase a small house in the capital. It adjoins to the slum district, and it smells a noise, but it's also adjacent to the town square, and has several convenient alleyways that enable a trained bard to come and go unnoticed. An attractive feature in a home, I find, especially on nights when one must infiltrate the palace and steal incriminating cheese from the Nug Queen's very larder.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me! Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to blame you.
Brant has arranged a disguise. Had this been the Winter Palace in Halimshiral, I could have stolen the very smoke from the chimneys in broad daylight without being seen. But I am a stranger here, and glad of the anonymity.
There's ought to be said for peace and quiet.
Who's there? Pray, keep your
A
voice.
surprise, this.
Could
A
it be
local
that you
street
intend to
urchin
bring
I had
this
helped
to
once in the
eye?
main city
Disa
plaza.
is my mother.
What is he doing
Pray,
here?
not my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose.
Well, well. The urchin is the usurper's son, and he appears to be on our side. Things just got interesting,
Appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen
in more ways than one.
No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the
Well, I'll head out first and speak with the sentinels.
This isn't the first palace window I've climbed out of in the dead of night, but I usually wear something a bit less heavy. Give me a damask doublet and soft slippers any day. Treating the tavern patrons to a round of drinks to fix my alibi is both good tradecraft and good fun, though the beer is better in Val Royeaux.
If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deezer's focus, we may be able to gain even more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer.
We've done good work today, and even better work tonight. We'll see what the morrow brings.